everywhere around the world. So everywhere we go, we want to be fully compliant, and we don't want to step on anybody's toes. We don't want to be cross anybody's boundaries, etc. So far, Binance have not targeted the U.S. market at all. So we've been focusing exclusively on non-U.S. markets. But I think the time has come where the markets are mature enough that we do want to find a way to service the U.S. users. So we worked very hard in the last little while, and we have a partner in the U.S., BAM Trading Services, and we want to service the U.S. users in a fully compliant way. So that's kind of at a very high level what we're doing, and there are a lot of rumors which I'll clear out first. Binance.com will review our terms of service. Well, we have always had terms of services in place, but we will take a slightly stronger measure in terms of compliance or enforcement of it. And so there's a couple of rumors which I want to clarify first. The first rumor is come September, will Binance seize U.S. users' funds if you do KYC? No, I think if you read the announcement, we already blocked a registration, and you actually, in fact, right now there's no in the KYC list. There's no longer a drop down select. You cannot select US for KYC on Binance.com. So, but as we also stated, after 90 days, people will not be able to trade and they will not be able to deposit, but you can always withdraw. Binance will never seize anybody's fund, so we will always let people take the funds away with them. I would say the only situation for anything possible is if there's a seize of funds, it's because a law enforcement agency have requested us to do that. And in many of those situations, we are not able to communicate. We are not allowed to communicate with users of that particular user. So chances are, if your funds are frozen on Binance and there's no response, then there's probably some law enforcement involved. So that's and we are not able to say that on a specific case by case basis, but that's our sort of policy and principle. There's also another fear says, look, if we restrict U.S. today, tomorrow will it be another country or your country, some international country, some other country. So some international members are a little bit worried about that, but I think you can use common sense to judge the situation. As I said, we always want to be compliant with our in most jurisdictions. So if you live in a country that aggressively have very aggressive limitations on its citizens, then you are in risk. But if you live in a country that's relatively open and historically does not have this kind of issues with other websites, then you're most likely okay. So especially if you live in a country that aggressively attacks foreign businesses for servicing your citizens, then most likely you're in a high risk situation. But I would say most of the countries out there do not have this risk. So I would say for the majority of the people out there, this is a rumor. You don't have to worry about this too much. The next question is, I think, was asked by Kelvin Lambert. Will Binance USA be overseen by CZ, myself, or will it get the same attention, or will it be fully managed and run by BAM? So Binance USA is ran by BAM Trading Services. So they have full control over it. It's ran by a separate entity. I do not have any legal titles in there. I do not have an operational role in there. I do have some influence just by my opinions, but I don't run it on a day-to-day basis. Binance.com do provide the technology for that platform. So basically, that platform will have the same technology and wallet management services that Binance.com uses. So you will use the same technology, same look and feel, same type of user experience, but it will not be managed by myself. I do not have a role in there, and it's not Binance. It's not run by Binance.com as well. So the next question a lot of people ask is when will the Binance US launch? We definitely hope it will be within the 3 months time frame, and we're working very hard together with our partner on that. But the truth is, there is some uncertainty. We don't control everything. But I think 3 months is generally a reasonable amount of time to get an exchange up and running. So Rally QT asked, will Safe Food Fund apply to America? So that's a pretty interesting question as well. So no, Binance.com and Binance US are separate legal entities. So the Binance Safe Food Fund will not apply to Binance.us. But it's totally possible for Binance US to set up, once it's up and running, to set up their own Safe Food Fund. They will probably call it SAMFU for America. So it's very possible for them to do that, but we don't know for sure. There's a lot of details that's still not clear to us at this moment yet. So the next question people ask a lot is the list of coins that's going to be available on Binance.us. So Crypto Goof asked this question, and many other people asked on this question as well. So again, if you see any list circulating out there, it's FUD, because the truth is that that list is not fully decided yet. So don't overly rush to conclusions. Don't believe in random things you see on the internet. We will publish an official list as soon as it's confirmed, or actually Binance.us will publish an official list as soon as it's confirmed. But until then, until there's an official source, just assume that there's any list you see is FUD. So that's that. Let me see. The next question related to Binance.us is, will BNB be listed on Binance.us, CoinApple, and a number of people asked that before. So again, we don't know yet. We of course would work very hard to try to get BNB listed on Binance.us. On the positive side, if you look at Binance Uganda, Binance Jersey, and Binance Singapore, all of which are fiat regulated exchanges, they do have BNB listed already. And a number of requirements are already satisfied by the BNB token. For example, channel analysis supports the BNB token analysis. So a number of anti-fraud, KYC, AML tools are working with BNB. So we definitely do want to get BNB listed on Binance.us. But again, until it's confirmed until there's no official announcement, we don't know. So let's just sit tight and wait a little bit and see what happens.